What is up, friends? Notice what this video is about, friends. I am rocking my Leia buns today. Sometimes I just like to be a little bit more eclectic. I'm hitting it with the trends. Am I trendy? Am I groovy? With my velvet crust shirt? Let me know. Today I'm doing a video that's more advice-like because I really like doing these types of videos. If you're new here, my name is Maria. I am in college. I'm a college student. I do lifestyle college vlogs type videos. So today I'm going to be talking about losing friends and friendships and gaining new friends and what that kind of means to me. I've experienced a lot of that in my lifetime. So I kind of just want to share like my experience and my tips on working through it and when you do experience it and understanding it type of a thing. Let's begin. A lot of us grow up with the same people around us and we find a group or maybe one or two people that we just like consider our best friends. And then once we start getting into middle school and high school and then even moving off to college, people get involved in different activities. We just drift away. The first most important thing in my experience with all of this is definitely that friends come and go. That is the one most important like foundational thing to understand. So with that being said, I think it's really important to be yourself when it comes to making friends and being in new situations and being immersed in when you're around a bunch of new people. It's important to really be yourself and stay true to that because the friends that you have, you want to make sure that they like you for you. Like the easiest thing you can be is yourself. You don't have to try because you are yourself. So it's important to stay true to that. You definitely don't want to look around and find yourself in a situation where you're like, wow, I don't even like these people. Like this isn't me. I don't like this situation. I'm not even having fun. Why are we talking about these things? Like I have no connection. I don't even want to be here. You're not going to want to actually spend time strengthening those relationships anymore. And that's definitely a difficult thing to deal with. When it comes to losing friends, sometimes if a friend enters our life and then they start to drift away or we just kind of realize that it's not really working out or it's not really like working, if you're just realizing that, wow, I don't really think this person is adding much to my life and the same for me, I'm not really adding much to theirs. Some of the reason for that is simply that not everyone comes from the same background and not everyone holds the same values to the same degree as you. For example, not everyone may value honesty or quality time as much as you, but that doesn't necessarily make them a bad person. It just means that maybe your friendship needs a little bit more attention in those areas. And again, that's not to say that they're bad people. It just means that sometimes those differences can definitely translate into our friendships, but that doesn't mean that you have to end the friendship. Sometimes it might. Most of the time, it doesn't mean that the person next to you is a bad person or that you're a bad person just because you don't value something as highly as they do. It just means that your friendship might experience conflict in those areas and need a little bit more attention and understanding from both parties. So if you start to realize that your friends are kind of drifting away or that you don't really like spending time with them as much or just that like you haven't talked to this person in forever and you don't really feel like the friendship is really there anymore, I would say not to take it personally. That's a super important thing that I've learned in my experience. I've decided that people are put in your life for a reason, and if you can take something from whatever they offer you in your life, whether it be their perspective or something that they taught you, that's something that's really valuable to take away from a friendship, even if the friendship doesn't necessarily last. Try your best not to take it personally because a lot of times it's not a personal thing. Some people can simply be put in your life to help you grow and give you some good memories. Just because you and a friend that you were really, really close to might not stay best friends forever and ever like you may have thought you would have, doesn't mean that it's because of you or because you did something wrong. Sometimes literally the world just works like that. It also does not mean that you can't reminisce and think about them like in a good way. It doesn't mean that you have to hate them because you're not necessarily like best friends anymore. My best friends from like elementary school, we're not that close anymore. Like there's not a lot of us that are super close anymore, but I still see them on social media and I like still root for them and I still like obviously want the best for them and I still like all of my childhood memories are with them. That's still stuff that I hold near and dear to my heart. They're still really, really special people to me. We just like kind of went our separate ways and that's just kind of what happened. So if you're going through that, don't worry, it's not the end of the world. You'll be okay. Don't blame yourself and don't discredit the purity and the joy that you had of the times that you were with them because those are super special things. Last thing I want to mention in this video is don't be afraid to reach out. I just told you guys about my best friends from elementary school, and sometimes I run into them in my hometown and stuff, and it's good to keep up with them. It's good to say hello. It's good to reach out to them on social media, comment on their Instagram pictures when they do something awesome. Like, I love like checking in from time to time on some of my closest friends from when I was 8 years old. Like, I love that. Just because you may have drifted away and you may not have that same connection that you had. In my book, once friends, always friends type of thing, unless something really crazy went down. You can always still be a friend to someone. Even if you drifted away and you still kind of want to rekindle that friendship, go for it. There's no sense in letting something small, like a small discrepancy or just like time, be that gap in between you and a special person that you like loved your friendship with. Just because you've had time apart or had experienced a problem in the past doesn't mean that you two haven't grown since then, and that could be able to like work through your issues. So there's always still hope, but sometimes you have to be that person to initiate it, and I know that's like a vulnerable thing. In a lot of ways it can be super rewarding. So I think that's pretty much all I have to say, like in a nutshell, about being friends and friendships and losing friends and gaining friends and being in different situations and stuff like that. So I hope you guys liked this video. I love giving advice like this. So if you have any more requests, make sure to leave them down below in a comment. I will definitely do them. I think that's pretty much all I have for you guys. As always, if you vibe, don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you all back on my channel for my next video. Bye!